I'm a mom of three really active boys. I have a really funny husband. And I'm sure you're going to hear the two dogs in just a minute when one of the boys comes home and maybe when another one comes home. So you'll get to experience our little terrier and our big pointer any minute now. But welcome. I'm glad that you've joined us tonight. And from wherever you are joining me from, I just want to welcome you because tonight I want to share such an exciting opportunity with you. It has changed my life and my family's life. And I'm hoping that possibly that could do the same for you. And I just really just want to ask you a question. And that is this, like, have you thought about like living your life's potential? And have you done that in all ways? Are you living the healthiest life you can? Are you living up to your own dreams and wishes and hopefully, your families. If not, maybe there's something here. And I can't wait to share this with you. In fact, I want to share my screen. So hold on here. And hold on. Bear with me here. Here we go. Tonight, I want to share with you a really cool company. It's called Life Vantage. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to do this and it's not clicking in. Okay, well, here it is. So Life Vantage. I'm gonna share some of my story with you as we go. But years ago, I graduated with a pre-law degree, and I had a problem. I thought I was going to be an attorney, and then I went, "What? I can't think like that." And so I'm trying to make this full screen here, and for whatever reason, it's not liking it. Okay, let's just do this really quickly. Well, here we go. Anyways, and I found out it was not what I wanted to do. So I found myself sitting out on a golf course, selling beers and sandwiches to the golfers that drove by. And my father was like, "Well, at least you're the most well-educated cart girl out there." And I thought to myself, "Oh my goodness, yes. What am I going to do for the rest of my life?" But as I was sitting there, a gentleman came up and he bought his beer and I don't even know, his sandwiches, however, but he gave me $100 tip. And I went, "Excuse me, sir, this is $100. And he's like, "Yeah, I know, that's for you." And I'm like, that's what, this is crazy. And, being off my father's payroll, I thought, well, you know what, this is kind of it was looking pretty good right now. And I said, "Thank you very much." And as he went to go drive away, I went, "Oh, excuse me, sir, wait a minute. What do you do?" And he said, "Network marketing." And I went, "What? Does someone actually make money in those businesses?" Because I tried one and I was actually in debt. And I thought to myself, no way, those businesses don't really work, do they? But could it be a viable business? And he drove off and I thought, well, that's okay, because I'm never going to go there again. Well, fast forward years to come, and this has become our family's income. Not only has it been a viable business, it has created such a lifestyle for us that I want to share with you tonight. So first and foremost, I want to share with you that this company is Life Vantage. And of course, all the average earning disclosures here as we talk about a business that I want to share with you. This is, let me move this out of the way. This is potential gross earnings, right? And I just have to put that proper disclosure out there. But let's talk about this. We are going to talk about flipping the switches in your life to feel better and to do more. How about that? Could you imagine just having a flip of a switch and actually having more energy, right? More enthusiasm, more financial freedom. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. And first and foremost, I want to talk about how we are being hijacked in today's day and age. We are being hijacked daily. And by what? By the food that we eat and the water, the heavy metals, minerals, pesticides, poor diet, right? Our cells of our body are just getting hijacked. Wouldn't you agree? And environmental toxins, things that we can't even control ourselves, right? Pollution, sun damage, household cleaners, beauty products, mold. Our bodies are getting attacked. Oh my gosh, not to mention our personal relationships, stress. Anybody under a little bit of stress lately? Poor sleep, inactivity, overworked, alcohol smoking. Anybody else feel overworked in this day and age, and the stress that we felt in the last, oh my gosh, 20 months or so? Whew, what about technology? It's a love-hate relationship I have with technology, but think about this overstimulation. We are in the noisiest society ever, and we're being overstimulated by technology and EMFs, blue light, and it affects our mood. So did you know that 85,000 chemicals have been introduced since the Industrial Revolution? And you can do your best to eliminate these, but for the most part, it is simply life in the 21st century. And all of this that we're getting hijacked, it's literally dimming the lights of our bodies. Can you imagine? What does that feel like? And have you ever felt like this? It feels like a decreased immune system. How sad is that, especially in a time that we're in right now? Brain fog. I know that I personally experienced brain fog, sluggishness. Anybody else there? Bad mood? When we're getting hijacked like this, lack of motivation, my kids know it when mom's in a bad mood. But of course, we have all been under increased stress. And of course, it produces fatigue. So in this, what is really happening to our bodies when the lights are dimming? It's called oxidative stress. It actually has a name: mitochondrial decline, a decline in sirtuin activity, and much more than that. And science has discovered that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. And can you imagine what we could do? In fact, I just had a genetic test run, and it actually shows in that genetic test, which genes are kind of flipped on and which ones are off. Do you know that can actually be tested? Well, could you really leverage those genes with a flip of a switch? And if you could, would you? Well, let me explain. Oxidative stress, what that is, it's damage to the integrity of the cell. And the body's natural defense system, it's actually natural to have some oxidative stress in the body, right? But unfortunately, the body's production of antioxidants slows down over time. So I want you to think of it like this. You have an apple, but when you cut open the apple, what happens? It usually turns brown. It kind of rusts, if you will. The oxygen hits it. That's what happens inside of our body, especially when we're getting hijacked the way we are. Well, what's that switch then? There's an actual switch that can reduce that. It's called the nerve 2 pathway. And that pathway is responsible for antioxidant production. And this is the key, is that this Protandim LifeVantage nerve 2 synergizer actually lowers that oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. So think about this. If we're rusting from the inside out, what if we could reduce that rust by 40% in the first 30 days? Do you think your health would change? Well, guess what? Washington State University said this about this nerve 2 activation. We're activating our cells. It says nerve 2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. Nerve 2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. Now, I want you to think about that for 1 second, is that this may be a new concept to you, nerve 2, but when Washington State University says it's most likely to be the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health, there is a massive opportunity behind that when most people don't even know about it yet. Well, what is LifeVantage's approach? It's this. There was an ABC primetime that ran years ago. And in that ABC primetime, if you have not seen it, I want you to go back and to the person that introduced this to you and say, I need to watch that. And what it was that John Quinones actually took this product, this Protandim Nerve 2, and after taking that product, his oxidative stress was reduced. And what it said in that clip was that after taking Protandim Nerve 2, they could no longer tell the difference between the blood of a 20-year-old of that, or of an 80-year-old of that of a 20-year-old. It literally slows down the aging process. And when that ABC primetime aired, guess what happened? A lot of these major universities also saw that, and they thought, what if the oxidative stress can be reduced by 30%, or I mean, by 40% in the first 30 days? We want to do our own studies and we want to initiate our own studies on this. Well, guess what? All of those studies are back in. We now have over 30 peer-reviewed published studies. If you go to pubmed.gov to check that out, you can see those studies there. And this is crazy that all of them are positive and no negative. All right. So they are there. Next, we began, as all of this started to happen and all of these studies came back and we're like, oh my gosh, they thought, you know what, hold on. They tried to put because $5 million of orders came into the company. And they were like, this is crazy. We cannot get the orders out fast enough. They tried to put them out in GNCs. They tried to put them out and in the retail outlets. And by that time, everything kind of died down. So they had brought an expert in and they said, okay, hold on. This is an opportunity. And this is a story that has to be told. So they pulled it from the shelves of the retail shelves, put it into person distribution, and it has soared. And because it's moved so quickly, the company said, hold on, if we can look at the NRF2 pathway, what would happen if we looked at the NRF1 pathway? Right? So we could flip switches on for mitochondrial health and sirtuin activity. Let me explain. Mitochondrial decline are the powerhouses in our cells actually reducing. They're the ones that produce all the energy. So if you've ever had a time where you felt like you just did not have energy, maybe it was because your mitochondria were declining and the reduction of the powerhouse of the cell was happening, right? And unfortunately, the body's production of mitochondria slows down over time. But what is that switch? It's the NRF1 pathway, and it's responsible for healthy mitochondria, turning on the switch to healthy mitochondria. And with Protandim NRF1 synergizer, it increases production of NRF1 genes by nearly 70% by flipping that switch. Okay, so then they moved on to sirtuin decline. Let me just explain in layman's terms what it really is. Sirtuins are the key. They're like the trash truck that takes all those toxins in the cell and gets rid of them. And as we age, guess what happens again? Unfortunately, sirtuins decline as well. So what is that pathway? This one is called the NAD pathway, and it's a switch that can be flipped on as well to increase sirtuin activity by 100% in the first 24 hours. Now, let me explain this. It's almost like intermittent fasting in a bottle. That's what I want you to think of, getting rid of some of the toxins in the body. And it increases those sirtuins by those little trash trucks by 100% in the first 24 hours. And then what happens when in the cells, when you flip all three switches on at the same time? It is called synergy, and everything works better. Well, guess what happens when those switches are flipped? It will support positive mood and motivation. Anybody else want a little of that? How about healthy longevity, mental focus and concentration? Sometimes we think we're so tired, but maybe it's just our brain that's tired. What about mental and physical energy? Who does not want more energy, right? And of course, healthy inflammatory response, meaning inflammation is the root to everything, as we know. What if we could reduce that inflammation, right? Well, this company has not stopped at just those three. What they've done is they've gone into gut health, brain health, hair health, skin health, dog health. I mean, turning on and flipping the switches in all areas of our bodies and, of course, our canines also. And so truly, this is not just another product line. This is seriously going to change the face of human health when we really understand the concept behind it. So who is this company again? It's LifeVantage, and it's 11 years old, actually 12 years old now, headquartered in Utah, publicly traded on the NASDAQ, debt free. Okay. And the board of executives, the board of advisors that literally we just saw on a panel this last week said that this company, we are on track to do $1 billion. And that's why they're here. And some of these board of directors are executives from Coca-Cola, Airbnb, Amazon, SC Johnson, and more. And I want you to think about this when you're looking at an opportunity. What are the trends in business? Well, right now, especially in the last 20 months, and it says here on this slide that 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. I would actually put that out there to 100% increase in wellness sales in the last 20 months, because everyone's looking at a way to become healthier. This is the thing. Without our health, we have nothing. So this trend, never in the history have people ever been more concerned with their health than now, right? So if we look at all these other trends, there is nothing like this trend right now in wellness. And this is a $600 billion industry when we add this all up together. Anti-aging right now, I don't have it on here, but all I can imagine is immune health along with this, because we have immune health products as well. But immune health right now is one of the biggest, most exciting industries right now because of what we're going through. So you guys, how does this work? Well, first of all, could you imagine working from home? We all ended up in the house, didn't we? Some of us had no choice, but some of us could not work from home. But those of us that have a business that you can literally work from home with the rest of the world, this is not business as usual anymore. Because of Uber, that we share our cars. It's because of Airbnb, we share our homes. Facebook, we share our lives, and we share stories with one another. This whole business is based on sharing, and that is exactly what we do here. So we work from home or anywhere. I live very close to the beach. I have often gotten to work from the beach because we have virtual offices with minimal business assets and no inventory requirements with a very low entry cost. It's social sharing. This is what this is. Personal online store that you don't have to even produce these products. Liability is extremely low, and all you have to do is share it, and you can earn a monthly bonuses, weekly bonuses, and daily bonuses. Anybody ever like to travel? Well, the company is actually giving a free trip away to Croatia. It was just announced, and we've been able to go all around the world with this company. I want to show you this. This is the average annual earnings disclosure. That is really up to you what you want to do with this business. And if you thought to yourself, maybe I do need a little side business, or maybe I do need to earn a bit more money, or maybe I've lost my job and I'm looking for full-time income right now. Well, the beauty of this is you can do whatever you want to do with this. You can earn as much or as little as you need. If you take a look at the average monthly commissions paid at each rank of this company, I want you to slide down to where it says Pro 3, and the dogs are going to bark. Anyway, so just so you know, but look at these right here at Pro 3, an average income of about $600 extra a month. What could you do with that type of income right now? I know it could help many, many people. And if you slide down to Premier Pro 5, that's an average income of about $3,100 a month. I mean, these are substantial incomes that can be created here. And I want you to slide down now to the elite ranks of this company. And at Elite Pro 7, average incomes at Elite Pro 7s are around $13,000. I personally am Elite Pro 8. And with this company, Elite Pro 8s on average earn somewhere around $25,000 a month. And I will just say this much, you guys. What I was doing before this was I was personal training, and I got to train from the beginning athlete to the Olympian and everyone in between. And I love doing that. I still have a few clients, but I could never have that many clients because there were not enough hours in the day to earn that kind of income. And if I wasn't showing up to the stairs where I like to train, then I wasn't getting paid. If my clients didn't show up, I didn't get paid. And at some point, oh my gosh, between weather and other factors, I mean, I wasn't getting paid. And it was literally, I have a passion for making people get healthier, but it was one by one by one. With this, when I share it with a person and they share it with another, and those people share it with another, you get to share in all of that affiliate marketing going on there. It's incredible. There's an enrollment pack to get started. Now they just changed the pack, so I apologize. There is a little bit different of this pack, but something similar there. But what I suggest is this: if you're going, wait a minute, hold on, how can I do this, and what is this all about? Then what you do is you literally can start a business for under $1,000. Start your own international business. I don't know where else that you can start a business that has the upside potential that this does for that low entry fee. And really what you're getting for that, you get to write off all the products that you get products that you get to use, and you get to write those products off, a tax write-off, right? So really what I wanted to share is that my husband has a janitorial company. He has 250 employees and a giant headache along with it, even though they're wonderful employees. But there is a lot of liability. There is a lot of traditional business costs that go into that. And we compare his business with our business here with LifeVantage. We don't have all those overhead costs. We don't have the employees. We don't have all the traditional costs it takes. And in this day and age, we know that there could be a better way. And this is that better way, so that you could just join and start sharing this with others. So if you're wondering, can you do this? Guess what? You're not in this alone. There is global customer support. We have a system here that's really easy to follow. It's an ITT. We invite people to look at the information. We have a tool with an app that we have now, and we have an ABC Primetime Investigative Report that we usually share with others. And then we invite them to join our team and meet our teammates that we're running like crazy and having fun together. Regular team meetings and training, their skill set, mindset, leadership trainings, and regular corporate events, incentives and perks. Like right now, they're giving away a trip to Croatia, and private support community. I mean, there is so much support here, and we are in this together. Also, we have a legacy here, a group that literally, this company has a heart of gold. This company, when the hurricane recently hit in Louisiana, our company shifted, and instead of building homes in Mexico, which we like to do, they shifted the legacy to match every donation that came in for the month of September to give back to the people that were affected in Louisiana. And this company has a heart of gold. So if you ever wanted to be something, to be a part of something way bigger than yourself, it's here. So where do you go from here? This was a little tiny snippet of information for you, but I want you to dig in and really understand the team that's behind here and the true importance of what we have to share. So if you need more information, get with the person that introduced this to you. And if you're going, hold on, I really need some more energy in my life, I really could use some reduction of oxidative stress in my body right now, become a customer. I'm sitting right here with Axio right here is my very favorite brain drink from the company. And I drink 2 of these a day. I wouldn't be without this product. So if you go, I really could use some more energy. I'm looking at some of the other products here too, my Pro Tandem and my whole stack sitting here. Become a customer, use the product, feel better, do more. That is our motto here. And then you can also say, hold on, I want to feel better. Yes, but I want to do more for my family, and I want to do more for, maybe earn a side income with this, or a big income with this is what I call it. Then join the team, get with the person that introduced this to you and said, let's go. Let's join the team. And I just want to say, I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. I want to say, you guys, we're onto something so big here. If I could download my brain and share this information, I just shared such a small amount. I felt like I couldn't even do it justice through this webinar. But I want to say, the person that invited you to take a look at this, they're hoping that you're going to join them because they want to help and have you experience what we've experienced here at LifeVantage. And guys, you get only a couple opportunities in your lifetime that come by that are this big, I truly believe, but this is one of them. Join us today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Join us tonight and say, let's get started. Let's do this together. I want to thank you for the time you spent with me today and say, you know what? Let's feel better. Let's do more. Let's flip switches on in people's lives to give them a better life and maybe some financial freedom or flexibility and some health. Let's go get them. Thanks for your time tonight.